Hello, this is Inspiration Daily for November 15th, 2021. I'm Gina Greenlee, hey, of GinaGreenlee.com, and today's inspiration is Thriller. Yes, we are talking about the Michael Jackson song, and more specifically, we are talking about the dance moves of the video, which have become, I believe globally, but certainly in the United States, a Halloween phenomena. It's a thing that people do now. People in cities and towns and schools and organizations get together and they do, this is Thriller, terrorize y'all's neighborhood. So, when I first moved to the Gulf Coast of Florida 13 years ago, I didn't know anybody. I just came down here because I just needed to be warm. And so Halloween comes around, which is really not when I was a young person, I would do Halloween. And then when I lived in New York as a young woman in, my late teens, early 20s, the the gay community would run a Halloween parade, and I think that changed. I think when we had some sort of fascist mayors in New York City, they just stopped it. It's traffic, it's chaos or whatever. Well, actually, it's fun. But I lived there at a time when you'd go to the West Village, like 7th Avenue and over, where you had a large concentration of gay people and the gay, of course, gay people all over New York City, but that was sort of a mecca, if you will. And oh my God, we had so much fun just watching everybody else have fun and dressing up, and it was really a lot of fun. So but then when you leave New York City, and I'm living in these places in suburbs, where people are raising children, and I'm like, don't knock on my door asking for candy because people are nuts, and I'm like, don't do that. So I haven't really done Halloween for like decades. So when I came down here, I was just trying new things, and there was an event going on where you go. It was actually we have a couple of Whole Foods here, but there's one in downtown of the town I live in, and there's kind of like a town square or something, for lack of a better term. And so there was a contemporary dance company that was hosting the Thriller event, and so you would go down and you would learn the dance moves, and then they would videotape it and they'd upload it to YouTube. And so, but now everybody and their mom is doing it, so that was kind of fun. And so the reason I mention that is because those were not easy dance moves. I mean, Michael Jackson was amazing. I mean, he's influenced generations of performers and dancers, and that choreography was not easy to learn. And we didn't do the whole thing. We just did a sliver of it. So I only remember because that other stuff, that moonwalking and dipping and squatting, and I wasn't doing all of that, but I could do that. Terrorize y'all's neighborhood. So I discovered this video yesterday. Okay, so it's November, so we're a couple weeks past Halloween. But again, I love YouTube. That's probably my biggest social media channel, and I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn now too because I've written a business book. But there, I'm going to put in the transcript box the link to a video. I think it's like 2017 or maybe 2019, of a teacher, a pregnant teacher. She's 9 months pregnant, so she's just getting ready to deliver, and she does that whole the dance break in the video, because I think the whole video is like 8 minutes long because it tells the whole story. There's all this storytelling, which Michael Jackson was really he wanted to make films. He was a filmmaker among his many other talents, and he didn't live long enough to express that idea in more fully. But the dance break, they do the entire dance break, and it looks like it's maybe primary school. It looks like it's primary school, and this teacher, they dance it all the way down the hall. She's 9 months pregnant. She's getting ready to deliver, and all these kids are behind us, and they are totally killing it. I mean, this next level. I'm not talking about like, little kids kind of doing the Peanuts crazy dance. No, no, no. These kids are jam. I mean, these kids are jamming. They can move, they can dance, and you could tell that they practice, and it is off the chain. And I'm so inspired by educators who love learning, who love teaching, who love connecting to their students. And I watched this video so many times. It inspires me. Yeah, it inspires me when I see educators, educate. The teaching profession has just taken a beating over the last half century on so many different levels. Teachers have not gotten the respect that they deserve, and they are just, they're fighting to do what they're trained to do. And I love seeing. I've had wonderful teachers in my life, and I've had some crappy ones too. So, but it's always inspiring when you can connect with an educator like that. And I hope you enjoy this video.